What does Sora and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate mean for the future of Kingdom Hearts 4? Will we now start seeing Nintendo characters and Nintendo worlds in future Kingdom Hearts installments? That is what we're going to be discussing today. And if you think the answer is yes, guys, I am so sorry to break it to you, but Nomura did announce when he was doing an interview about Sora being in Smash, a big reason that he was kind of fighting on whether or not Sora should be in Smash is he didn't want to confuse the Kingdom Hearts audience into thinking that this was like a canon thing, a canon event, if you will. And most people got the message. By him saying that in an article, they understood, okay, Nomura is saying that this is just kind of its own standalone thing. But then there were some people and some big actual Kingdom Hearts YouTubers that went swinging for the fences and theory crafting that, oh, now we can get Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing, any of these big Nintendo IP into a Kingdom Hearts game. And although I think that is a really fun and cool idea, it's absolutely not going to happen regardless of Disney and Nintendo's good relationship. It's just not on the tables for a Kingdom Hearts game. So just right off the bat, we're going to answer that question. This is not happening. If you thought it was, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but Nomura's already said no. And there's just so many licensing things that would happen, and narratively, it just wouldn't make sense at all. So no, yeah, there's gonna be no Nintendo in Kingdom Hearts. On the reverse side of that, I don't think we're ever gonna see like a Disney Super Smash Bros. Type of game. I know there's sort of similar things out there, but Disney has come out and said that their characters need to stay within what they are known for. So them beating the crap out of each other isn't in their characteristic, and they can't be in a fighting game. I think they're starting to lean back on that a little bit, but as we know, Smash is the leading platform fighter, so I don't even think if they released a Disney platform fighter game, it would be nearly on the same level as Smash Bros. So that's going to end the video. I hope you guys I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep going a little bit. This was a really quick one and done sort of thing, but I wanted to talk about this concept of Kingdom Hearts and Nintendo coming together. It's not happening, but I think it is kind of fun to just kind of imagine what that would be like. As a kid, I did this often. I came up with my own, quote, original story. It wasn't original at all. I was thinking basically Kingdom Hearts, Nintendo. Like, basically you're playing as this spiky-haired kid. I didn't even think I had a name for him. It was just a spiky-haired kid. He had the power of light. Yeah, guys, the power of light. So original. Which allowed him to... Now, this part's kind of cool. This was way before Kingdom Hearts 3. This was like Kingdom Hearts 2 era. So I was already ahead of the curve. But his powers of light could change his weapon to whatever Nintendo or video game world he was in. So I think I was pretty cool thinking about that ahead of time, because now we have Keyblade transformations and stuff like that. Anyway, so it's the spiky-haired kid. He's trying to fight off the darkness, and that's literally what it was called, darkness with a capital D, and it'd be similar to the Heartless, of course, and they would be in these, worlds. And so, the big one that I was thinking of, like, of course I was thinking of, like, Mario World, the Mushroom Kingdom, Peach's Castle, stuff like that. That's a little bit more generic. I was thinking of, like, maybe Wario and Waluigi being, like, the no-body versions, air quote, no-body versions of Mario and Luigi. And then if you go over to the Sonic universe, it would be like Silver is the Roxas to Sonic. He's like Sonic's nobody, and then Shadow was the Heartless, or in this case, the darkness created from Sonic's heart. Yeah, I had all these, very fan fiction ideas, but honestly, they weren't too bad once you got past the blatant plagiarism. I was thinking, like, when you jump into Sonic's world, like, you would actually have, like a Tails onesie on, or like a furry onesie on. A cute little onesie for your character. Your costume would change when you go into different worlds. And for this one, you would actually still have your sword. It would be a light sword. It wouldn't be, like, you just have shoes, I don't think. Actually, now that I'm rethinking that could be kind of cool. You have light shoes, which is what they call Sonic shoes, I think, in Sonic Adventure 2. And that's how you attack. Anyway, so you're with Sonic. You're helping him out, and you're going through basically the Sonic Adventure DX story. So it's basically, if it's the first installment of this fictional game that I'm creating, we're starting off when we jump into Sonic's world. It'll be Station Square, and that's where you would literally follow the adventure as if it were Sonic Adventure DX, except now there's darkness, and chaos is corrupted by the darkness. And the biggest thing that I thought of, like a big set piece, would be like a mini boss of actually fighting Dr. Eggman while like on top of a train. So there's a train in Sonic Adventure DX that goes through Mystic Ruins and to Station Square, and Sonic gets on it for whatever reason. Doesn't really make much sense because Sonic is faster than a train. Anyway, I was envisioning there's like a part in the game, like the midway point when you're in this Sonic world, where your character is on top of the train while it's moving towards Mystic Ruins, and Eggman is in this like mech, and you have to fight that while you're on top of a train while it's going to Station Square. I just thought it was a cool idea. I don't know why that stuck with me all these years. So it would be really cool. You know, Sonic would be a party member, Tails, Knuckles would be your party member, and then if this game got a sequel, then it would be based off of Sonic Adventure 2. It would introduce like Shadow as Sonic's Darkness, and if we did a third installment, then you would have. So you get the picture, right? It wasn't totally original, but I still thought it was quite creative. And you go to different worlds. You go to Samus's world, you go to Kirby's world, and things would change based off of that. You get different types of weapon changes, like I said. Your sword would change to like a Mushroom Kingdom looking like thing. So that was like the basis of this idea that I had, but then I went like dark. You see, when I was originally thinking about this concept for a hypothetical game, there was someone very close to me in my family that was sick. They were in the hospital in and out for years. I'm talking like 5 to 10 years, and I was always there. I had to be there with them. Almost every week we were in the hospital at least once, and it was just a lot. You know, obviously it was way more traumatizing for them, but as the older person in that relationship, being the older sibling, I was shaken up a bit. It really had a big impact on me through elementary, middle school, and a little bit of high school. And so that kind of like evolved into the narrative of this fictional story that I'd always play in my head. You see, when we were at the hospital, we would just be sitting around as they were getting treatments done, but they were still, conscious and able to do stuff. So they would roll in this portable GameCube device, right? And you could play GameCube games off of it. It had the Sonic Mega Collection. It had Super Monkey Ball, I believe. And then the one that we played all the time was Mario Kart Double Dash. And we would literally just sit there and play for hours to just kind of like kill time and to distract my sibling from, this terrible thing that they're going through. And I think that very much impacted what I was thinking narratively for the story. I was like, what if, as your main protagonist is going through these video games, you realize that's just their persona, that's just their avatar. What's happening in the real world is what I just explained. They're with their siblings, and they're just mentally trying to escape this reality. And then as they get older, the games you visit are more mature. So first we're doing like E for Everyone, Nintendo, Sega games, but then you move over and you start playing like rated T games, so like Jack and Daxter, and like, I don't know if Ratchet and Clank was a T, was it? But more of a T sort of setting, so you're now doing a little bit more mature stuff while also going back to Sonic and Mario for nostalgia purposes. And then once you get to, you're, in high school or whatever, you're playing in worlds with Master Chief, you're playing like Halo, Call of Duty. I don't really think Call of Duty would work narratively, but that kind of stuff, like Gears of War, God of War. Very mature themed worlds, but then also going back, like I said, to the previous ones that you've been to before. But then it got really dark. So my sibling is really well now. They're doing great. It's not really a thing anymore. Very grateful. In my headcanon for this world, though, the sibling would end up, passing away, and, it would be a metaphor. The darkness was the metaphor for sickness, and it got really, really bleak. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something there. It would definitely need to be fixed up a lot, because a lot of it is literally just parallels to Kingdom Hearts. It's basically just traumatized Kingdom Hearts featuring video games. But yeah, that's about it on that. I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of where my brain went with that and how it would be cool. It would be cool to see Sora go to these different iconic worlds, popular IP, and swing his Keyblade around with the likes of Mario, of Link, and all that stuff. But in reality, that ain't ever going to happen. The closest we're going to get to that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and honestly, that's still pretty damn cool. A lot of people, including myself, lost faith that Sora would be in Smash for a very long time until they proved us wrong, and I was so dang excited that he was the final character. I know some people were upset, but hey, that's that. I got my boy. He was my number one pick, and apparently he was a lot of people's number one pick because he won the Smash ballots so many years ago. Do you think that eventually we will get a Kingdom Hearts Nintendo-like game? So it won't be Kingdom Hearts, but something similar to Kingdom Hearts, but with a Nintendo IP. I don't think so, but you can let me know down in the comments. Or even if you don't think so, let me know your ideas that you have for this sort of concept. In addition, do you think Sora will be making it back in the future Super Smash Bros. Installments? Because we're going to have to start speculating soon. Because although Sakurai is done with Super Smash Bros., the franchise is by no means done. You got to understand, it's one of the biggest selling titles for Nintendo. So they're not going to let that thing die. So eventually there will be another Smash game. And eventually there will be other DLC characters. And I'm wondering what that roster is going to look like, and if Sora has a chance to come back, or if Ultimate is going to be his home, and that's it. Alright, everybody, I spoke for way too long. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Be sure to check out these other videos I've been releasing on Kingdom Hearts, and I'll check you out later. Well, no, you know what I mean. Fuck! That's inappropriate! See you in the next one. I'm out of here.